Elaine.
Should I sing the piece I was going to sing for her?
Yeah.
125,600 minutes. Go ahead.
Thank you. Janice today gave her 7th speech.
Awesome.
And I don't know the time from the last speech she gave.
Oh, wow.
I would say it's been a while. And I might even also say that maybe Janice thinks that making or creating a speech is a bit of an arduous task. And I want to just tell her that it doesn't have to be that way. You know, if you've ever listened to one of my speeches, a lot of times they're just completely ridiculous. Okay? You know, and even today's theme was great. It's a great example. It wasn't, you know, the Gettysburg Address. It wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't, you know, any kind of special dissertation. It was just something interesting, something funny, right? So I think you did a really good job with your speech today. Let's talk about today's theme of her speech was research. So she obviously had to give us some sort of information with a lot of background study or facts, right? So she did that. She did a great job with that. She listed her sources. She had, you know, at the very end you saw a long list, but of course she used the internet, she used her Verizon time clock to tell us all about how many minutes we spend on a given year doing specific things. I would have liked to see you taken that everything else metric and broken it down a little bit further. I think it would have been a real eye-opener to some of us. Like, how long do we spend watching TV? How many minutes a year are we wasting watching TV? Or social media, something like that. Brewing beer. I mean, how much time are you wasting? I think it would have been a greater driver to your message at the end. Like, hey, you only have this many minutes left in your life. Do you really need to binge watch Netflix?
Guilty.
You have a great voice, and you illustrated your vocal variety very well. And I think you did it in a specific time, extra special as well. There's that time where you talked about Happy New Year, and you were having that personal conversation. You know, that was good. I would like to have seen you pepper that a little bit more throughout your speech, because those things jolt the presentation. They wake the audience up when you just kind of out of nowhere go, "Hey, everybody! I'm saying something interesting."
Look at me.
Some points of improvement. Obviously, you had a laptop, and you were operating it, and that's a major distraction, not only for you, but also for the people watching you. When you have to look down and change the slide, and sometimes mess it up, it's good to sometimes have a buddy in the audience that can push the space bar for
We should have tagged it.
you. Even if you have a verbal signal, or an inaudible signal, or just, next slide or something, it really
No, agree.
lets you focus on what you're saying and connecting with the audience. And you still did a really good job with that. You had eye contact. I'm sure everyone in the back of the room could hear you, so you had a great projection in your voice. And for sake of time, I'm going to wrap this up. I just want to say a good job, and we can't wait to see you next week.
Thank you, Erik.